All right, welcome on in, everybody. I am Apress, joined here with part of the Creed.
Hi,
Introduce yourself.
good to be here. I'm Creed. Um, and we're ready for another race. This is race number three, I believe.
Yeah, we have
Round one.
SkyeZoomer and Magma gonna be getting going in just a little bit. So,
So why don't you tell me what you know about these two runners, and then
yeah, so to be honest, not very much, but I did make sure to go check their PBs. From what I was able to see, Magma has a 34:57, and Sky on Spitter.com was a 33:15. So a bit of a difference there, but I did notice while Magma was practicing, his split showed a sum of best that was like a low 32, which makes me kind of think that might be hoping for like a big PB during the race here.
yeah. So I've been friends with Magma for like 6 years.
Hmm.
Since before he joined Hollow Knight, and so I've been tracking his progress a lot. And it's funny, he had a PB of like a 37 when the tournament was seeded, but his
Okay.
actual PB was a 35. He just never submitted it to
Yeah.
SRG. And so technically he was seeded lower, but I'm not actually sure that anyone was between 37 and 35. And so maybe his seed didn't change. But either way, since then he's gotten a 34. So in a way, he's sort of like underseeded for the tournament, but
Hmm.
we'll see how much that comes into play here. And then Sky, I was watching her stream the other day, and I was very impressed with the consistency I saw out of Sky. It was like back to back low 33 paces. So that's super exciting.
For
And
sure.
like, I think if we can get another one of those like low 33 paces, that's going to be great. But of course, this is a race, and everyone's heart is beating a little bit faster now. So we'll see. We'll see if these racers can do as well as they do in practice.
Yeah, and of course, like consistency is such a big thing in these kind of tournament races. Um, I always just find it so interesting to see what kind of strats runners might try to go to, like where they're trying to get time save, they feel confident, or where they're just like, I just need to make sure to like survive here and keep the run alive.
Yeah, for sure. It's like at what point do you heal? At what point do you decide to go for a certain strat? And I think both of these players are going to make some fairly different choices when it comes to that. I expect to see two very different players here, not just in terms of time, but also in terms of decision making, which I think is super exciting. So I'm ready to get on into it if the racers are. Hopefully, chat, you can hear the game audio okay. Give a quick thumbs up if everything sounds good.
Thanks for letting us know what adjustments to make and everything. Audio good, perfect.
Yeah, this is Undertale Mario Celeste speedrun. Um,
Okay, so
actually, like a trio.
yeah, a little bit of a relay race. Later on, we're gonna have some top speedrunners for Celeste coming in, I've heard.
Be great. Have you
Not
have you done
much.
much speedrunning in other games?
Not really. Hollow Knight was the first one I like seriously got into speedrunning for. I did have a little bit of an arc for Death's Door speedrunning and Haiku,
Okay.
but both of those were pretty short-lived, just kind of trying it out.
Yeah, yeah. Hollow Knight is also my first.
Mhm.
But I have been paying a lot of close attention to like Mario 16 star or
Oh
SM16
yeah.
star. And then of course Celeste. I mean, it's hard to get away from the uh what is it called? The overlap between Celeste and Hollow Knight speedrunning communities. So
Yeah, for
it's always fun.
sure. All right, and our runners have been counted down, and they should be just about starting. Here we go.
Are you a fan of King's Pass? I'm a fan of King's Pass. I know that's a controversial thing to say.
Um, I think King's Pass is fine. I'm not really an early game enjoyer as a whole. I tend to try not to reset as much as possible.
Yeah, well, I mean that's always the goal, right? You
Yeah.
want to reset an early game, but everyone inevitably does.
Hmm.
It's just a question of do you do you hate it every time you do it, or do you sometimes go, you know what, early game's not so bad.
It just depends how many resets I've done at that point.
That's fair. That's very fair.
If it's my second, third, fourth time through King's Pass, I'm like still paying attention. It's all right, but once you're just struggling to get a run going, it can be pretty painful.
Yeah. Did Magma just go for soft drop?
RNG softball, it seems
Yeah,
like it.
I don't know what that was exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe Magma was too busy doing VS ILs before this and forgot that that's probably not worth the time save, but
Yeah. Could also be
well.
sometimes you're just a little bit late on the jump and you hope that the RNG will save you.
Yeah, that could very well have been it.
Yeah,
Either
both
way,
runners are looking pretty within a second coming out of King's Pass. Nothing
yeah.
too unexpected.
At the very least, they both got their some decent flies to pogo off of.
Yeah.
No one hit spikes or anything tragic.
Right.
Ooh, okay, interesting. So Sky goes right side on the drop here. Magma goes middle.
Goes middle.
And they
Both of them get hit.
Yeah, Magma does not redo the inventory far enough to the left to avoid getting hit a second time.
Yeah, so both runners coming on 3 HP. Not really something that should be an issue. Hopefully not going to be. Right, nice. Both runners getting the spike kill.
Magma, I think both of them missed a lot of geo there.
Yeah.
Through no fault of their own. It was just like bad geo spread RNG. I know Magma does the new reroute. I think Sky does Moss Knight, but not the Rafters. And so I think in either case, as long as you're doing Moss Knights, the geo in early game doesn't matter as much. But it is something for them both to keep in mind if they're coming out of Aspid Arena with less than 10. Ooh, Magma not getting statue pogo. It seemed like I think he bonked his head on the platform.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Kind of tried to save it pogoing off the tick, but didn't really work out.
Unfortunate.
Here we go. Gonna see our first False Knight start. Gonna be hoping for some good RNG with the jumps here.
Not so good RNG coming from Sky. That's actually the worst RNG.
Right. You do hate to see it.
Ooh,
I think Magma maybe getting the same.
Not quite, but missing a lot of those nail slashes.
Yeah.
RNG was slightly better than Sky's, but unfortunately, I think Sky's going to come out here a little bit faster on the False Knight.
I think was able to pick up all the geo there in the False Knight arena.
That is
little
true.
bit short
Magma
still.
has no more geo concerns. I mean, Sky's doing just fine too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with the geo counts with Devout Skip and like what like benchmarks you're looking throughout early game.
Yeah, I mean, in early game, I think you generally want to keep to around the same amount of geo that you're looking for regardless of Moss Knight, because really you're getting that extra geo in Green Path. But
Green Path, yeah.
even without it, like, 16 is fine. If you're down to like less than 15, that's when you really want to be like, okay, this is pretty low. But even if you're too low, like with Moss Knight, I know in Lep's race, he was very low on geo, but you can just make that up with some geo collection and sitting, and you'll be basically fine.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You have plenty of pretty quick geo sources later on in the run.
I've got Mounds, which is one of my favorite rooms in the game. and Skye just zoomed through everything. I
Yeah.
I can't see exactly what the split timer is, but I want to say she got like a 103 or a 104. Like I saw no mistakes there.
I mean, Skye did get a first bit, but got hit by the boulder as it was coming out, so lost a little bit of time there, but not bad at all. And Magma got a second spit, so gonna lose a little bit of time there, but honestly, not too bad.
Yeah, no crazy amount of spits. Nice. Ooh. All right. A lot of extra soul collection from Skye, just because a lot of those Guzzers just were in good positions. So you can't complain too much about it. We'll see if she like takes advantage of that in some way by not hitting birds or something like that.
Yeah, also got an extra hit from that extra boulder spit, so even more soul.
Okay, so far, looking good from both players here. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, Magma did miss a fireball skip. So in practice for the last like week, Magma's been missing some fireball skips, and I know that's something that he's been a little worried about. So that one, unfortunately, is not too punishing, missing that fireball skip, but we'll see how the next two go. That's going to be the big one.
Yeah, hoping we don't need to see any squits come out.
Skye looking good on the fireball skips.
So let's see here from Magma.
All right. Not too shabby at all.
Nice.
The most punishing fireball skip is out of the way.
So Creed, I know you are a little bit infamous with your fireball skips, I would say, in the community. You love to go for the one fireball.
You love my one fireballs. And in fact, Magma used to do one fireballs, but in preparation. Oh no!
Oh, Magma.
Oh, Magma actually missed it, was low on soul, and then tried to go for the one as we were talking about it. But unfortunately, kind of the worst of both worlds there, where he missed the one and then just kept holding left and just fell right into
the acid. Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. But yeah, I do like to go for the one fireball. It does save like a pretty remarkable amount of time, but of course it's risky.
Yeah.
You just lose so much if you miss. Oh, Skye is not doing this.
Well, actually, I think what it might have been there, and I'm not sure if this is a route that people are commonly running, but I don't think that was the normal Vengefly quick kill that she was going for. There are also some alternatives you can do to get a little bit of extra soul. So you can come out and also do Moss Knights. I'm not sure if that's what Skye was trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Because, I mean, it did look like she was trying to do the Vengefly quick kill there, and then the first nail hit came out a little late. So I thought that was just a miss.
It might be, yeah.
But I'm not entirely sure if I'm misremembering and Skye just isn't someone who does Moss Knight route, or if this was a conscious decision by her to say, I'm not going to do this in the race, I'm just going to go with my tried and true.
Yeah.
And a very nice Hornet kill from Skye. Magma is low on soul and only has one mass charge. Okay, so...
Gonna choose to heal, yeah. We did see him even going back to that Moss Charger. I think really wanted to get that heal in. A little bit worried for Hornet, probably.
But does get a nail throw, so can't complain too much about that. Ooh.
Oh, Hornet.
8, don't get hit? Okay.
Yeah, if you are going to be coming in with no soul like that, getting the needle throw right away is probably exactly what you want.
It is what you want, like, both in terms of not taking extra damage and also doing things fast, but unfortunately the speed sort of got negated by Hornet getting stuck up on the gate.
Landing on the gate, yeah.
I hate to see that.
Alright, so give Skye a pretty significant lead coming into the claw split here. Gonna nail that Sedic slash at the bottom. You do love to see it.
Yeah, just some really solid play from Skye all around. Again, no like crazy tricks here. There's quite a few things I think we've found in Claw over the past few months. I'm not seeing any of it here, but I sort of wasn't expecting, right? It's like, do tried and true, be consistent with it.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
you can
stuff like
do, yeah, the wiggles in fungal drop. There's a ceiling boost. I assume we're gonna see Weepogo here, though I don't exactly remember what Sky likes to do. Yeah, you can see Magma does the wiggling fungal drop, and there's Sky with the Weepogo. Ooh,
misses the soul.
Yeah, misses a soul hit, but instead goes to hit the enemy on the right. The other option here is that you hit the mantis, the flying mantis on the right as you drop
right.
the room, but that does make the mantis pogo a little bit more difficult.
Going to be setting up the Mantis Claw early control. Mantis is cooperated. You do love to see it. But yeah, stuff, even just little things like that, like choosing to get the soul in the safer option.
Ooh, there's Magma doing fire pogo. Very clean.
But yeah, like getting that soul, making sure you're going to be doing the Mantis Pogo the way you know how to do it. Just like little things like that can add to the consistency in a race like this.
Yeah, those are always valuable. Magma there didn't get as much height as you'd like to for the Mantis Pogo, but fortunately the right Mantis didn't venture too far away and he was able to get another Pogo there. Struggling a little bit with the save input there. I'm not exactly sure what happened with the menu, but he paused it and then unpaused it. And then
I think he might have been worried he paused too early, didn't see the save icon that he got Claw. So just wanted to make sure he's not quitting out too early. Because that would definitely be like a huge mistake to make.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. What do you even do if that happens?
I mean, you just need to replay the split, right?
That's tragic. Yeah. So don't do that, everyone. Lesson learned. Sky with a great Gruzmother. I don't recall seeing any issues though.
Yeah, whole split looked really clean.
Ooh, almost a perfect cleanup.
Yeah, so close.
Second fireball would have been a little bit lower. It would have been fine, but honestly, you definitely take 2 Gruzzers near the bottom than 1 Gruzzer near the top.
For sure, and they just stayed grouped up like that. Like pretty easy to get rid of those last 2.
Again, Sky did the up slash on the Jennifer on the way to Gruzmother, but Magma going for the more modern pogo of Jennifer that Skate found. So a lot of little differences. But I think at the end of the day, the consistency is what's going to pay off more than the slightly faster tricks.
Magma not having quite as much luck with the Gruzmother cleanup.
Yeah, there was that Gruzzer near the top.
All right, nice. No problems with the shade skip from Sky. We're going to be seeing the setup for the Walkling storage now.
Very nicely done. Went immediately for 3 slash. Didn't even attempt 1 slash or 2 slash.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that, I don't know, I feel like I'd be a little surprised to see a lot of runners going for those harder setups for things like that when they do.
Sure. I mean, if it's one of those things where you don't feel like 100% confident, it's not something you usually want to do in a race setting.
For sure.
Sky didn't get a fireball. Ooh, but Magma is getting a fireball from the shade.
At least he was able to react to it. No disasters.
And there's a 1 slash attempt from Magma. He missed the setup on the slash itself the first time, but did it again, and that should be faster than doing 3 slash.
This is very well done from Magma. I'm not super familiar with that trick, but I imagine being able to back it up like that is like really helpful for like if you're going to be going for the hardest strat.
Yeah, 3 slash or 1 slash is so fast that if you miss the setup the first time and redo it, it's still faster than 3 slash, which is pretty crazy. But you know, we definitely take that. Sky, I think, had to redo one of the jumps there in Dreamplats, but otherwise, looking good.
So something I'm actually not sure about with this tournament. Are runners allowed to have like their opponents stream up while they're racing to kind of like check in on time, see where they're at?
Yes. At least I have not heard any rules saying you can't do this.
Okay.
But in the past from races that I've seen or been a part of, I think it's sort of general knowledge that like assuming racers don't, you know, not want to do it, or I might have said that wrong. Assuming racers want to do it, yeah, they can absolutely look at, you know, their opponent's screen and check up on things and use that to make decisions. Of course, the flip side of that is that you're in the middle of playing Hollow Knight and now you're distracting yourself by looking at someone else's screen.
Right.
There's always like, you know, another side to that. That's up to the racers to decide if they want to do that.
Yeah, just something I was kind of asking. I'm kind of more experienced recently with like rando races. And with stuff like that, obviously you're not allowed to look at your opponent. So a lot of tension that comes with just having no idea what your opponent is doing.
Yeah. Whereas here, you don't really get, you know, I don't think anyone's going to watch this and be like, oh my God, you collect the journal there? That's crazy.
Right.
Magma getting the really nice Resting Grounds Walkling storage. Ooh, Sky flubbing the pogo here on that husk.
Yeah, Magma did seem to have a little bit of a rougher early game, that green path split especially. But I do see a lot of these like faster strats later on, hopefully going to help just kind of make up that time.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely sort of the goal here, right? Is like if you know Sky is has a faster PB than you, then I think you're going to end up banking on, you know, doing much faster strats and hoping to make up that difference that way. And you can see Magma is now skipping the King Station Relic, and instead he's going to opt to get it in the Rafters.
Yeah, very recent development, but pretty cool to see so many runners already choosing to bring it into the tournament like this.
Yeah, and I think it's even better because like we now have 3 essentially routes for any percent. So in any given race, like it's likely that people will do different things. Oh wow, Sky is going to bench for Watcher Knights. Okay.
Interesting.
That's like, because I mean, she had full HP.
Yeah.
In theory, it doesn't provide any benefit for the fight itself, but I think, again, that's one of those things where it's like, if you know your opponent is behind you, why not be safer?
Right.
I don't know if Sky is watching Magma, but yeah,
it's something that might play into these decisions.
Forced to go to this bench because he had 1 HP.
Alright, Sky's gonna be entering Watcher Knights now, so.
Alright.
Triple to end it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Missed like a nail swing in there that I think might have ended that with a double instead of a triple, but honestly, you're not going to be upset about that pattern.
For sure.
Ooh, and Magma tries to open with the pogo and actually gets hit instead.
Definitely unfortunate. It can be so easy for the fight to just kind of snowball out of control if you miss things like that. All of a sudden the Watcher Knights are just giving you rolls.
Yep. I had an excellent first pair. Ooh, unfortunately on the second pair here, actually fireballing way too high.
Yeah, there was 2 fireballs there that she missed.
Ooh, Magma fireballing too high as well. Both of the runners are trying to just barely get those fireballs on the top of the Watcher Knights, and instead flubbing them all together. But you know, Sky's gonna finish it off here with I'd say not a bad time at all. And we're gonna wait to see Magma finish it off. But on final pair, with 3 HP, I don't expect that Magma's gonna die. So no Watcher Knight's death here today. We love to see that.
We really do. Oh, while eating that fireball there.
That's always possible. That's always possible. Magma, please don't die.
Oh, what are these rolls from Watcher Knights?
Magma? Magma?
Oh my gosh.
All right, you know,
Okay.
I wasn't worried. It's fine.
Yeah,
I called it really early too. I honestly thought that second was a lot closer to death. I was like, everything's good. Magma's not dead.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate. Just some of those like rolls that Watcher Knight was giving. I think we saw a really weird single bounce, getting like stuck against the wall in weird ways. And just, I don't know, unpredictable things like that can make Watcher Knights so like tense, even if you're practiced with the fight.
For sure. Okay, so yeah, coming out of Lurien, there's a difference of 42 seconds between the runners. But the big thing is that Magma is doing the new route and Sky is not. And if I recall correctly, the difference between Rafters and Moss Knight is like 18 seconds. And I don't remember the difference between Moss Knight and Benchfly King. So honestly, if you add them together, Magma can absolutely close this gap. But of course, that requires Magma to do 2 tricks between now and then correctly, which is the Raptor skip and the Devout Pogo, or the Devout skip.
And then, of course, like, you need everything else in the run to go well, too.
Oh,
which goes
right.
for both runners, but...
In Skate correcting me that Magma already saved time in Chandelier Split. So a lot of that time is already built into the 42-second delta. Correct. Still, I am very curious to see how this gap changes as we start seeing these skips. Sky is, you know, doing the old classic Zelda Lem right now. Very nice, calm, and collected. Magma, on the other hand, is about to do probably one of the most stressful parts of the run for him. Because if you miss this, you're going to be losing a lot of time. I don't think he's going to do the extra hard Raptor skip. Yeah, he's going to go with the safer option here.
The classic one with the second bench fly.
And there we go.
Right, looking good.
And got the pogo. Got hit there, but honestly, not bad at all.
A little unfortunate with the flying sentries just kind of bullying Magma as he's up there, but you got the skip. Like, at that point, you can't feel too bad about how the rest of it goes.
At that point, you go, you know what? I take it. It doesn't matter if I got hit. As long as I don't die in the split, we're good.
Yeah.
And the rest of this this split is pretty straightforward. There is a possibility that Magma takes like 1 hit on the way to Lantern, but 2 would be pretty unlikely.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing anything risky around the giant husk sentries, shouldn't be any real danger.
Oh, and Magma was actually low on soul, so opted to collect some of the Geo there.
Oh, Magma.
Yeah, Magma getting a little bit scared there because, you know, it is 2 HP. Deciding not to just immediately go for the jump dash.
Yeah. Definitely respect the decision there. Alright, nice. And both runners got the cling up there on that jump, but neither able to get the whole thing.
Yeah, although, I mean, personally, whenever I miss that, and then I have to do the wall jumps on the right side, I just mess those up too. Because all my muscle memory is gone. But both Sky and Magma managed to get those wall jumps just fine. Sky attempted to do the gate opening. I didn't see whether it was look down or wiggles, but oh, Magma pulling a left there. Hate to see that. But actually, Sky got out of the walking storage a little bit early there, and so ended up losing a little bit of time. Nice Pog X from Sky. Love to see that. And I think Peaks is another place where we're going to see some differences. Particularly, Sky goes for the typical God Cycle. Magma, I believe, has been practicing the Dog Cycle. So it'll be fun to see if he's able to pull that off. But unfortunately, first gets hit in the infected Vengefly room.
Oh, and that...
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's just... 1 HP.
Yeah, that's really hard going into Peaks with 1 health.
Oh, Magma, you can open the gate
Yeah.
I guess he really wanted that walking storage. I don't actually have any idea if it's faster to heal and then do the walking storage on the gate, or it's better to just open the gate and use that time to heal.
I would be pretty surprised if healing first is faster.
I would think so too. But that gate does open very quickly. Ooh, and Magma... Did Magma miss Pogax, or did he just decide to go for this instantly?
I'm not really sure. I was watching Sky's while it happened. But either way, gonna get hit going on the left side too.
Okay, Magma did in fact miss Pogax. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a dog cycle here? Not quite. A little
Try
bit
to squeeze in with the God Pixel.
Magma keeps having to heal at the end of every room because that health is scary. Does get the trans dash though.
Nice. Yeah, at least doesn't need to take another damage there.
I would ask him if Magma knows damage lesson. I'm pretty sure the answer is no. So, you know, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, good thing he didn't get hit there. Was able to get the trans dash. Nice. Sky not having any problem with the acid skip. And Trainer, we drop looking clean.
Yeah, and as soon as Magma gets the damage there, I don't think there's too much concern about messing up the rest of this room.
Yeah.
So both runners are just sort of in muscle memory mode as we start heading towards Umu. Yeah, Sky is doing great. I want to say like mid 33 pace as far as their typical times go. So we love to see that.
Yeah, and it's like you said, Sky's shown a lot of consistency leading up to the tournament, so being able to pull that off in the race too, you really do love to see that. Nice, no extra on this first cycle from Sky.
Nice first damage cycle.
Able to get the 2 dream nails out, nice and easy. Yeah, not gonna be able to get that 2 cycle, unfortunately. And then neither of those fireballs able to double. I think they both just clipped the platform there.
Yeah. Umu was in a bit of a weird spot there, but I don't know that dunking there was quite the play. I don't know if that was his time dunk or the dunk was just completely unintentional.
Yeah, not really sure. And then Umu just choosing to punish even more, giving an extra on this 3rd cycle.
Oh no! Oh, Sky dying in Umu, and
That
no
really
friend
hurts.
in Teacher's Archives means Sky's gonna have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
Oh, we hate to see that. That, however, has made this race a lot closer. I don't know
For
how
sure.
Magma is gonna go, but that's pretty big.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Magma's low HP here, but he is able to get 2 full heals. So really doing Umu down 1 HP, which isn't too bad. But of course, it is Umu. A lot can go wrong, as we just saw from Sky. And again, we were discussing, this is one of those things where it's like, is Magma watching? Does he know that this run just got a lot closer? Because if not, Magma's probably sitting here going like, I'm so behind. This is a, 33 runner. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Is Magma gonna... Yeah, Magma's not going to be able to get the 2 cycle here. It does go for the 3-3, but that last fireball is just a little too late.
Yeah, but shouldn't have any problem. I think just 1 fireball will kill here the 3rd cycle. So. Gonna go ahead and see here. Sky starting to redo the fight.
There's Magma with that last fireball to finish it up. Yeah, Magma leaving Umo around, what was it, 27-15, and you can see Sky already approaching that number, so Magma, I think, is officially ahead here. I'm not exactly sure by how much, but I think the difference in play between Magma and Sky means that Sky can make up at least some of that time. I don't know how much, and I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, and I mean, Magma does have little bit of time saved still kind of saved up from the devout skip, assuming that all goes well. I unfortunately gonna miss a Dream Nail coming into the 2nd cycle. Gonna have to see it go to another 3rd cycle.
There we go. Okay. So, all in all, a lot of 3 cycles, unfortunately, but
yeah.
At this point, it's really going to be all about late game and how these 2 runners measure up here.
Yeah, and of course, Queen's Garden's such a difficult and pretty volatile part of the run, so still anyone's game, but Magma is in a pretty good spot.
All right, we're going to see Magma going for QGA. Oh, dunked in the left side. You hate to see that.
Yeah, it looked really good, but just getting that wall jump out could be tough. But it gets it second try.
I think my biggest fear if you dunk on the left side like once is that suddenly you're in your own head about it.
For sure.
So it's good to see that Magma quickly recovered on that and didn't start, chain dunking.
Yeah.
And Magma has a lot of soul here, so he doesn't have to do a lot of the soul collection you typically do in Queen's Garden.
Kind of in some ways, the benefit of a 3-cycle Umu is you come into QG with so much soul.
Very true. Gets the Rhino Petras, so Magma's Queen's Garden so far looking good. Sky heading over to QGA. Oh, that's interesting. Magma did the extra jump in Petra Gauntlet, which I think Hest originally found. I'd kind of forgotten about that because I haven't seen it in a while, but There you go again. Magma doing those much newer strats.
And Sky's QGA got it first try. Kind of surprised he canceled the C-dash really early and then dashed to the wall.
I know that's a thing that a lot of people like to do.
Yeah.
I know personally, I do that and I just get really scared. But if you're comfortable with it, go right for it. Sky,
Yeah, for sure.
unfortunately, missed the double on the first Petra, and so that Petra arena took a little bit longer. But I'd say
And Sky really struggling to get this damage warp.
Ooh, and now having to bench.
Gonna go to the bench.
I mean, the other option there is to do the typical. I don't even know what you want to call it. The current path
Yeah,
route.
just going around. But at that point, it's also you're at 1 HP for the rest of Queen's Gardens and for all of Beast End.
Yeah, if you don't have any muscle memory about doing that normally and you're at 1 HP, like that's a recipe to die.
Mm-hmm.
Guy getting it as soon as the bench comes out, and unfortunately, that's really gonna put her behind.
Yeah, definitely hurts to see that.
And Magma doing Den Quit out at 2 HP means he gets to be extra comfortable here as he's doing Beast 10. But of course, even with the comfort, it's Beast 10. Like, Magma can die here, and he can get a lot closer very quickly.
Devout skip, still a lot that can go wrong with it. There we go, Magma gets it. It's missing some hits on the Soul Collection here, but getting through Devout skip cleanly like that, like, gotta be feeling pretty good.
A little scary there, going for that up slash, but didn't get hit. Honestly, that's all I think Magma should really be worried about. Ooh,
and not gonna save the grub.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, you really hate to see that.
No, I like to see that. We got some grub rivalry here in comms and in the races. I imagine Sky might be a grub saver.
I hope so. Someone's got to do it.
All right, a nice Beast End from Magma. No death. We got some good clean play with that Devout skip, and I really liked the trans dash there going up through. I don't remember what the spider is called. I'm sure Nerf knows. All of these spiders have names. You can see Sky not doing the Devout skip because she doesn't have the Geo for it, instead opting to... Actually...
Yeah, I think Sky's a little short Geo even with the second Devout, right?
Yeah. For a second I was wondering, because Sky died a couple times. Or I guess died once and then had to do the bench. But unfortunately, in neither of those places was there any room to collect extra Geo.
Sky is going to save the grub. You do love to see it.
You hate to see it.
Okay, no, so there we go. Sky has enough Geo. Sky wins in our heart. So true, Isog. Here we go. Magma going to be making his way over to Black Egg Temple. Sky will be following close after him.
Magma, the early control down well, and did it so fast that he dashed into the side of the wall. You know, we really got to start doing the broad pogo. I gotta figure out how to make that work, because I feel like I've seen a lot of people do some very early control there. In
the blob, is this in well early control?
Yeah, so when you do the well early control and you dash, you can pogo the blob, and and then immediately get up on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Past
Kind of
us.
like how you can get there with wings, but you use the block
Right,
instead.
exactly. All right, and here we go. Get your Hollow Ds ready. Magma fighting THK. And we started off with the parry.
With the
This is,
parry.
of course, the best way to start off a THK fight. Oh, but I will say, a lot of dashes. Ooh, and some of those fireballs are missing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got a few good doubles, but a little too high with that third attempt.
Alright, Magma, pretty clean overall first phase. We did see some of those missed doubles, but took 2 damage. I think really as long as Magma doesn't die here, that's the most important part. Still missing those doubles. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
I imagine that must be frustrating, but you can't let it get too in your head, especially when Magma has this lead. Ooh,
Not gonna get the scream skip.
GG.
GG to Magma.
I will say, Sky's THK so far going, I think, better than Magma. A few more parries, but not missing any of those doubles.
Yeah, seeing a lot of doubles from Sky.
Magma's going to close out here with a 35-50.
Sky finishing up here on THK.
Ooh, barely threaded the needle between some of those infection scopes. That was nice to see. And a good scream skip.
Nice scream skip, yep. Ooh, GG for Sky.
GG. Sky can finish around like 36-55. All right. And with that, Magma, the underdog for this race, takes the win. I think of the 3 races we've seen so far, this is the first one in which the lower seeded player won.
I would be surprised if it's our last also. There's so many.
For sure. Races, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So we're going to do some player interviews. I think we got Magma ready. Sky, of course, is welcome to join if she wants to, but no pressure.
Hello.
We do have
Hi,
Magma.
Magma.
Magma,
GG.
congratulations.
Oh man, that racing is stressful, dude.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, it is. First of all, congratulations on the race. Also, I noticed you got 2 golds.
Yeah.
Which splits were the golds for the people watching on HKC?
Mantis Claw and Scream.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
And then Sky is also here. Sky, GG on the race.
GG.
I know, probably not the performance you were looking for with some of those, the Umu especially,
Yeah.
You hate
I
to
don't know
see
what
that.
happened with the damage orb.
Ooh, nice.
Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on.
And then Sky
Yeah,
is
that is
also
very
unfortunate. Magma, I am curious. I know some people like watching the stream to see how their opponent's doing. Some people don't. Were you in that camp of watching?
No. I
Okay.
considered it, but it's too much to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's very fair. So I'm curious, like, how are you feeling going into Umu, going into Beaston? Were you kind of feeling like worried you were behind at that point, or what was going through your head?
I was mostly just focused on playing, locked in at that point.
Hmm.
Like after like having a good claw, like I knew I was like pretty close to gold at least because I wasn't even looking at the timer. So
Hmm.
after that, I feel like the nerve just kind of shook off and I just kind of played.
Played your game, yeah.
I was pretty happy with my beast then though. I feel like played around spiders way better than I usually do.
I would
Yeah,
say
it looked
that's
really
definitely
clean.
true. I pointed out the trans dash that you did on the last spider.
Oh yeah.
That's something I feel like I see Lep do all the time, and every time I see him do it, I'm like, man, I need to learn to do those better.
Nice.
So it was cool to see you pull that off. Anything else in the race that stood out to you, or that you want to make any comments on, or anything in general to either runner, really?
I hate Umu.
Yeah,
My
Umu is
2-cycle.
definitely a boss.
Yeah.
I think Umu being a boss is a constant, not only in this race but in many races to come.
I could just give it like 10 less health.
Hmm.
If only. Well, thank you so much to both racers. Again, congrats to Magma for taking that win. But of course, neither racer is eliminated. This is a Swiss bracket, so we'll see both of you back here for round number 2.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah,
Well
GG.
played. Or wait, really quick, just want to point out what we have going on next, because there's more tournament matches coming up tomorrow. In fact, it looks like we have 3 races scheduled. So we're gonna see Judge Sphinx and Guanki, Lilia and Slow, and Stratus and Screw My Shoe all playing tomorrow. So definitely make sure to follow the channel if you're interested in seeing more any percent races, and come by to see those. Gonna be a lot of good races going on here.
Yeah, we love an action-packed day.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye.